Hello friends. In the past few videos we saw what are relations and functions. Today we are going to see in this video some more details about function. So if you already understood the concept of function from the previous video, now we are going to see some simple notations that are generally used. So previously I have also said that notations are very important because they are so widely used. If you don't understand exactly what they mean, you might not understand what is following it. So if you understand a notation, you can easily understand what the author is trying to say. Author meaning the person who is presenting that piece of material. Okay, so now you see some notations on this board. I hope most of it you already understand from the previous videos. If anything is new, you might not clearly understand what is happening, you might be lost. That is why it is essential for us to understand each and every notation. So we will now understand some of the basic notations which are relating to the functions. So in our previous video we saw a simple function and we also wrote it down in this format. So f is a function where a1 is mapped with b2, a2 with b4, a3 with b1, a4 with b3, and I have also represented it in this arrow diagram. Now when we talk about functions, there are very common notations that we follow. One of them is this one. So I told you that for a1, b2 is an image. So we write this as, under this function f, the image of a1, that is f of a1 is b2. Similarly, for a2 the image is b4, so f of a2 is b4. Then for a3 the image is b1. For a4 the image is b3. So in this way we write for each value or each element in the set A, what is the image, we can write it in this form. So under this function the image of a1 is b2, under this function the image is b4, b1 and b3. This is the simple way of saying. And another thing that we also most commonly use is this notation, where this simply means f is a function from the set A to the set B. So it is mapping all the elements in A to the elements of B. So A is the domain, B is the codomain, and range of this function is a subset of the codomain. So in the previous video we understood that what is the range of this given function and what is its codomain. So if you have not understood that, just take a look at it again. So range of this function is generally a subset of the codomain. It could be the entire codomain itself, but sometimes it's possible that some of the values of the codomain are not images of the elements from the domain. Okay. So if you have understood this, we can move further and take a look at plenty of examples and very common functions known as real valued functions. So now let us take a look at this particular relation. So for now I'm not saying it's a function or not. All we know is this satisfies the definition of a relation. So this relation f has ordered pairs in this format. So x comma y, such that x and y are both belonging to the set of natural numbers. We saw that this particular notation is reserved for the set of natural numbers, and that y is always equal to 2 times of x. So this is what the facts are. So this is what our given relation is. Now we are going to take a look whether this relation is a function or not. And if it is a function, can we identify what are its domain, codomain and range? So let us try to do that. Okay. So first of all, we take a look at these ordered pairs. So what is more helpful is we just try to write down few of them. So we know that x and y are both in the natural numbers. So if x is the first natural number 1, so this is 1, and we know that y will always be 2 times of x. So the first ordered pair that we get is 1 and 2. So let us write it down. The second ordered pair in the same way is 2 and 4, double. Okay, so when you start listing down the elements, so I'm writing it in the roster form, I see that for every element, that is 1, so we are taking a set of natural numbers. 1 is mapped with 2, 2 is mapped with 4, 3 with 6. It's not possible that one element is mapped with two elements. So 1 cannot have two doubles. The double of 1 is 2. 2 times 1 is 2. And it's not possible that 2 times 1 is 4, 6 or anything else. So one element is mapped with one unique element. So from that I can clearly say that this relation f is a function. So I can say that with certainty. So let us now say, so now we have established that f is a function. Now I said that if f is a function, we have to now identify what are its domain, codomain and range. So clearly from this expansion that I have written down, I can say that the domain, that is the elements from the left side of the function, are all in the natural numbers. So we have the number 1, 2, 3, so on till infinity. So it's an infinite set. So it has infinite number of elements, and the first element of the ordered pairs is from the natural numbers. So I can say that f is a function whose domain is the natural number, and codomain, so what is it mapped with? It is mapped with the elements 2, 4, 6, 8, so on, and these are also natural numbers. So all I can say is they are all 2, 4, 6, they are all even numbers. So I can also say the codomain is set of even numbers, but for simplicity let us just say it is the set of natural numbers. So there is nothing wrong in saying that this function is taking the elements from natural numbers and mapping them with elements from natural numbers. There is nothing wrong in that. You can be more specific by saying that natural numbers are mapped with even natural numbers. That is also correct. So if I say this, it's not wrong. Now, if we have established the domain and codomain, can we try to see what is the range? So I gave you the hint. It is the set of even natural numbers. So let us try to write it down. So we know that all even numbers are multiples of 2. So let us try to write this down in a set builder form. So what it means is, range of the function f. So I can say that it is set of all even numbers that already we have established. So if it is a set of all even numbers, how can we say the number is even? If it is divisible by 2 or it is a multiple of 2. So it's even numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on, positive evens. So let us see. So anything multiplied with 2 is an even number. So I am taking a random element a. So a must be a natural number for this to be true. So if you say the first natural number 1, then you get 2. If you take 2, you get 4, 3, you get 6 and so on. So basically we are forming all the second components of these ordered pairs, 2, 4, 6, 8. So that is exactly the range. And this range is obviously a subset of the natural numbers, that is the codomain here. So we have established all these facts for this simple given relation which we have proven to be a function, and the remaining facts that we uncovered. Now we will take a look at real valued functions.